Myself thinking less about where we are today and more about attention to each and every patient, no matter where they come from. As we mark 25 years, Dr. Rao. Dr. Rao.
लो भैया मोबाइल फोन
Can we have a louder round of applause? Matters and intertwine with issues of access and awareness. It is precisely these complexities that make global collaboration not just valuable but essential. India is at a defining moment in oncology. We have the clinical volumes and the talent. We have the hunger to learn and the wisdom drawn from several complicated cases and diverse set of patients and populations. What we sometimes lack in the global platform is to share what we know and learn from the best. ISD India Edition 2026 is that particular platform, and it begins today. What makes this gathering truly special is its multidisciplinary spirit. I've noticed that aside from surgeons, oncologists, gastroenterologists, there are researchers, there are healthcare providers, leaders, etc. Each one of you brings a vital perspective. Together, we form a continuum of care that transforms outcomes from early detection to advanced therapies, from survival to quality of life. As Baswata, we see the conference as a great bridge in many aspects, a bridge between global expertise and local sensibilities and realities, a bridge between cutting-edge research and everyday practical clinical execution, between innovation and accessibility. We are particularly excited about the opportunities this platform creates for young clinicians to learn, because you are the future of cancer care of India and the world, for institutions to collaborate, and for new ideas to take root. The future of esophageal cancer care lies not only in breakthrough technologies, but also in how effectively and how efficiently we can transfer this across diverse healthcare settings. As we look ahead, let us remember that every discussion we have here, every insight we share ultimately converges on one purpose: the care of the patient. Behind every case study is a life. Behind every statistic is a story. And behind every innovation is hope. We are proud to partner in this journey with ISDE and with all of you, really. I have attended some events as part of our institution, like I mentioned earlier, but this one's really special by bringing India to the center. May this conference inspire meaningful dialogue, foster lasting collaborations, and spark innovations that will shape the future of care. On behalf of our trust, I extend our deepest gratitude to Professor Ferry and all the dignitaries on the dais for your support, and many others who've been involved in the process. I thank our international faculty who have crossed continents to be here. I know it's not been easy with the war and with geopolitical issues and flights getting postponed, cancelled. It really means a lot that you put in the effort to be here for a cause and a purpose. I'd also like to thank our organizing team who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes and every delegate whose presence makes this gathering extra special and possible. I wish you all a productive and enriching set of interactions and discussion. Thank you once again for making it possible in Hyderabad.
Professor Lorenzo Ferri Garu, ISD President and Director of Upper GI Cancer Program, McGill University, Canada. Dr. Sri Pramesh Garu, Director, Tata Memorial Hospital, Mumbai. Dr. T. Subramaniasrao Garu, Medical Director and Chief Surgical Oncologist, Basavata Indo-American Cancer Hospital and Research Institute. Dr. Senthil Rajappa, Head of Medical Oncology, Basavata Indo-American Cancer Hospital and Research Institute. Distinguished delegates, esteemed faculty and dear colleagues, what we are witnessing today is not merely the inauguration of a conference. You are witnessing history. For the very first time, the International Society of Diseases of Esophagus has chosen India as its home. ISD India edition 2026 is not just a milestone for one institution. It is a landmark moment for the entire nation of oncology community. This did not happen by chance. India has earned this stage through decades of relentless clinical work, growing rich output, and the sheer scale of our patient care experience. The Indian oncology has risen to a point where the world's most respected medical societies now look to us, not merely as participants in the global conservation, but as hosts, contributors, and leaders. As a treasurer of the Trust Board of Basavata Indo-American Cancer Hospital and Research Institute, I have spent 25 years watching every rupee invested in this institution transform into something far greater than the infrastructure, into hope, into healing, and into training of hundreds of young doctors who have gone into serve several patients across the country and beyond. That is the return of investment that matters most to us. That our silver jubilee, 25 years of cancer care, research, and academic excellence coincide with historic first Indian edition of ISDE is not of coincidence. It is a validation, a quarter century of staying true to our founding principle. The world-class cancer treatment is not just a privilege of few. It is right that every patient in this country deserves. Hosting a conference of this global stature requires more than intent. It requires institutional strength, financial sustainability, and years of trust built with the international medical community. I am proud to say that as a non-profit institution, we have achieved all this while continuing to make cancer care accessible to patients regardless their economic background. That balance between excellence and equity is what defines the Basavata spirit. This conference, I believe, will be a transformation, not just for the delegates in this room, but for the patients who eventually benefit.
So this is where we start, learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because I've been in the film industry thanks to my dad, my mom, to the God for being born to them, and again remembering all the audience about my dad in their hearts, which they have built like a God, and I always say that he was not only a dad to me, but also my mentor. And my mom, because of whom this hospital has been started, who has died of this disease. and it was her wish that the cure for this disease, which was very costly, has to be extended to the poor at a very low cost and par with the international standards. So then this hospital was started in the year 1989 by my father, the late Sri Nandamuri Garu. And it took us 10 long years to complete this hospital because it was a trust and no profit, no loss hospital, institution. And in 2000, it was completed and then opened by then the Chief Minister of the United States of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and then the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee Garu. And slowly before me, many of my predecessors, like chairmen and board of trustees, and the doctors who have also, some of them are here, who are there since the inception of this hospital, which has been now entered into the 25th year, Silver Jubilee, and we are going forward because of their effortless and service which they have extended. Some of them who are here in the audience who are there since the inception of the hospital. So, like, enjoy every multiple task, like which I am satisfied with. So, this is something more than I appreciate our hospital management and the doctors, the medical, non-medical, and the paramedical nursing staff, and the social department, because the satisfaction which they get in providing the services to the patients, and which the patients also are all very cooperative. Like the second they step into the hospital, the trauma is the trauma which kills the patient half, and the trauma is gone. So the half the disease is written off, and then the rest is taken care by the, I don't want to call them the doctors or it is the Basavata American Cancer Hospital and Research Institute family, the fraternity, which they extend, and through that and through them, they have achieved many miracles, and we are part being a non-profit organization, and we have a very good scientific board also, which updates us with all the latest equipments, and we keep on getting them to the doctor's demands and the patient's expectations from the hospital. And so today, because of that, is where we are standing. So I thank everyone of my hospital fraternity and for such conferences which have been conducted. So it's a profound honor and a moment of great pride to welcome each one of you to the International Society of Diseases of Esophagus India edition 2026 here in the city of Pearls, Hyderabad. This is a historic occasion, for this is the very first Indian edition of the ISDE, and we are deeply humbled to be your hosts on this landmark stage. What makes this moment even more meaningful is that this year, like I said, the Basavata Indo-American Cancer Hospital Research Institute celebrates its Silver Jubilee, 25 years of unwavering commitment to cancer care, research and academic excellence. 2 milestones, 1 powerful convergence. For a quarter of a century, the institution has stood on a singular belief that the world-class cancer treatment must not be a privilege of the few, but an accessible right for every Indian. Our pursuit of research has never been forced or performative. It has been organic, purposeful, and deeply intertwined with our clinical mission. Because when evidence drives practice, patients receive not just treatment, they receive the best possible chance at life. This places us at a unique and extraordinary crossroads, one of the highest volume oncology centers in the country, advancing surgical training and innovation, while continuing to serve as a non-profit constitution committed to giving back to the society. We do not merely practice medicine here, we practice a promise to fight disease with rigor, to restore hope with compassion, and to stand beside every patient with both science and humanity. Gatherings such as this one are not incidental. Gatherings such as this one are not incidental, they are essential. Because when great minds converge across borders, disciplines, and institutions, knowledge does not merely accumulate, it transforms. It challenges assumptions. It opens doors that were previously unseen. And ultimately, it reaches a patient on the operating table, the patient in a ward, the patient who trusted us with their life. This conference will be far more than a series of presentations. It will be a crucible of ideas that challenge the way we think, innovations that redefine the way we operate, and collaborations that will carry our field into a future none of us can yet fully imagine. It is my privilege to introduce the distinguished colleagues who have joined us today, whose presence honors this occasion. Shri J.S. Prasad Garu, Trust Board Member and Treasurer, whose steadfast support anchors everything we do. Srimati Nara Brahmani Garu, Trust Board Member and Executive Director of Heritage Foods Limited, a visionary leader and an inspiration to all of us. Professor Lorenzo Ferri, President of the ISGE and Director of the Upper GI Cancer Program at McGill University, Montreal, Canada. We are truly honored by your presence and leadership. Dr. C.S. Pramesh, Director of Tata Memorial Hospital, Mumbai, an institution and an individual who needs no introduction and whose contributions to Indian oncology are immeasurable. Dr. T. Subrahmanyam Rao Garu, Medical Director and Chief Surgical Oncologist of our institute, the clinical and academic pillar of everything we have built over these 25 years. Dr. Satyam Rajappa Garu, Head of Medical Oncology at our institute, whose leadership in medical oncology continues to set benchmarks of excellence. So we are richer for your presence, each one of you. To the young surgeons, residents and trainees in this room, I want to speak to you directly. You are not here merely as observers. You are here as the next generation leaders in this field. Every breakthrough in medicine began not in a laboratory, but in the mind of someone who dared to ask a better question. Every expert standing before you today were once exactly where you are. Full of curiosity, full of questions, and willing to learn. Hold on to that curiosity. It is your greatest asset. India today stands at a defining moment in global oncology. The depth of our clinical experiences, the scale of our patient volumes, the brilliance of our talent, and the tenacity of our spirit. These are not just strengths, they are responsibilities. We are no longer merely participants in the global medical conversation. We are shaping it. And events like this, the ISGE India Foundation 2026 are proof of exactly that. Hyderabad, a city of centuries of culture, warmth, and intellectual heritage, welcomes you with open arms and an open heart. I hope that when you leave this city, you carry with you not only new knowledge and sharper skills, but also meaningful friendships, renewed purpose, and lasting inspiration. On behalf of the entire organization team, the faculty, and the Basavata family, I extend my deepest gratitude. The right time you gave me the waters. Deepest gratitude to each one of because I am an MLA from the part of Andhra Pradesh where this is needed a lot. That the area is very dry, no water. But thanks to the visionary leadership of our Chief Minister, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu Garu, so where now the area from where I am elected as an MLA the third time. I've been delegate. I've been since the last 15 years. I completed now another 2 years. I completed my third term. So it's all because of what they were wanting were and what I was able to give to them, which was decided, was my father's brainchild and was took shape under the leadership of our dynamic visionary leader, the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu Garu. And today, there's a very that is a happy place from where I am elected as an MLA, member of Legislature Assembly. So on behalf of the entire organization, the faculty of Basavata, I extend my deep gratitude to each one of you for being part of this journey, for choosing to be here, for contributing your expertise and for sharing our commitment to better cancer care. Let this conference ignite ideas, deepen resolve, and ultimately, profoundly and measurably improve the lives of the patients we are privileged to serve. So, I also thank on this occasion to both the governments of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and also to the public and private sector industrialists, and to all the donors who have been the people behind us in extending our services to the patients. And with them, I thank you, and once again, a very warm, heartful welcome to ISDA India Edition 2026.